in my ass.
I just banged your wife?
Find me the name of this garbage show again that I'm on.
Total Nonstop Impact.
My name's John, capital letter E, period, Bravo, and you're listening to the Total Nonstop Impact Podcast.
This is the real Impact Wrestling World Champion, Big Michael Elgin, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
This is the jaw-jacking Tuesday Night Impact, and his mother called him son because he shines like one. Mocha Skin Manimal, Rohit Raju, and you are watching Total Nonstop Impact.
This is Taya La Güera Loca, and you are listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
The Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
We are the Rascals. And you are listening to Total
Nonstop
Impact Podcast, baby.
Woo! And what you're really listening to is Total Nonstop Impact. Don't you dare miss a lesson. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
What's up, Impact Wrestling? Let's make some noise!
Sitting here, you guys got a 15-minute intro of putting yourselves over while I'm sitting here and watching Jaybone and Kaylon and you're 50. I never saw a 15-minute intro of three guys putting themselves over.
This is the good stuff.
Welcome, everybody, to Impact. Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans. Featured right here on the TNI Network. And yes, that is a 15-minute intro. I'm going to make it a 20-minute intro because we're adding Bill here now. Bill's here now again. This intro is going to get even longer. What's up, guys? This is the Impact Plus Weekly for June 28th, 2020. Gentlemen, Bill, our guest again, two shows in a row. What's going on here?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I don't know what's happening, but that's what's wonderful to have you. It's great. Jaybone, what's happening with you? Sunday night, it's going to play out on its own. Your insanity is about to play out on its own, I'm sure. But what's going on, Jay?
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I just got back in from outside. It's dark outside. It's depressing. I've been running all day long, all over the neighborhood. Dude, I still can't find Manny. I've contacted local police. They put his picture out on milk cartons. I'm sitting there just, leaving milk cartons on people's doorsteps. I don't care if it goes rotten. I am losing my mind, dude. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not day drinking. I'm not night drinking. I'm all day drinking now.
Jay, let me ask you a question here. You're a father. You've raised human beings. You've had animals. How do you lose a skeleton that's just doesn't really move? I'd hate to be one of your kids at this point, Jaybone. I mean, what's going on here? You can't even keep a damn skeleton in your room. You're losing inanimate objects.
He's not just an inanimate object. He's part of the family.
I knew he was going to say that.
He's his own. I'm my own person. My wife is her own person. Manny is his own person. He does what he wants. He comes and goes as he pleases, and sometimes he goes and comes back, and I don't know when, and I don't know what he's doing. He just kind of does his own thing. He's special.
Well, I'm gonna let you have this one. All right, let's talk to our guest here. He's back for 2 shows in a row. The front row legend himself. That's gonna stick, Bill. Eventually, the front row legend thing. FRL himself. Bill Gardner's back with us. Bill, what's happening on his son?
Not too bad. Did another had a show yesterday. I believe Alicia was there as well. Did not run into each other, but kind of getting out there, seeing what it is. It's for the most part people acting responsibly, but not everybody. So everybody wear your mask.
I heard it was there was good portion acting responsibly, and then the rest were like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
This was no, this was what ICW. What promotion was it that you went to?
Yeah, this was ICW out of New York. There were no holds barred. They were going to do Showmania weekend with someone I'm sure we'll be talking about later, Tessa in the main event. But that did not happen. So, but almost all death matches. So a lot of light tubes, panes of glass. So a rowdy crowd. So probably maybe not the best crowd for an example of the do things right. But overall, 80-85% were pretty responsible.
Wait, did you say Tessa was supposed to be in a death match?
No, well, if you go back to the first no holds barred that they had in Jersey City, she wrestled Nick Gage, and I wouldn't say it was a complete death match, but it had some spots. So
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Now, I wouldn't imagine you'd run into Alicia. I figured it was people weren't really moving around, right? You're kind of just in your zone and not really going anywhere.
Yeah, like I was there with another guy I go to a lot of shows with, and we were just kind of like right in front of our car. We were up front, had our 2 seats right in front of the car, and nobody really too close to us. Maybe about 6 feet pushing it. It got a little tight, but tried not to. Kept the mask on the whole time. I had a hat over from the sun, so.
Gotcha.
And we got there early. We got there like 5 for an 8 o'clock show. So.
Were you with that one guy that I met, dude with the cool hair?
Yeah.
Bill's got this buddy, this East Coast buddy of his, who's got this awesome hair. He's got this great hair.
Although he kind of shaved it all off over the summer, so it's very short. He's got like a Mance Warner going now.
No shit, that guy's got awesome hair, but he's cool, man. He's just real cool. He reminds me of Kevin Von Erich.
When he's got the long hair, a lot of people have said that to him, especially at MLW shows.
He definitely he kind of talks like him too, a little bit too. I'm like, man, this guy sounds like Kevin Von Erich. But cool, man. Glad you're safe. Well, yeah, Alicia was there. She drank way too much White Claw at the ICW show. That's probably why I didn't run into her. But but cool, man. Glad you had a good time. You're safe. How was the weekend for you? Otherwise, everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. How about you guys? You guys staying inside still? Do anything outside? Because it kind of opened this weekend for us.
Yeah.
But other than going to that show, I didn't really do anything else.
Yeah, I went with Nurse Nicole. We went to Greektown in Chicago, and we sat outside, had a little, outdoor. I gotta say, what restaurants are doing now is something you're like, why weren't they doing that before? They're like sanitizing menus, and they're bringing you fresh glasses of water. They don't just fill it out; they'll bring you a fresh, clean glass. It was good. Some of the stuff was real good. But we went to Greektown and just got an early night. Didn't really do much, to be honest. Just came back from the parents' house, my little Sunday ritual. So I did that. So I'm a good son. I go see my parents every weekend, hang out.
Good.
Right then.
I don't really go during the week. I go like sometime midweek normally to visit.
Yeah, I did. I actually did Friday night there too. Just hanging out, watching Cheers with my dad. Just watching
nice.
Cheers.
It's where everybody knows your name, Trent.
That's right, man. That's right. Jay, what about you, man? How was the weekend? Everybody in the chat, how was the weekend? You guys sound off. What you guys anybody do anything cool this weekend? Let's hear your comments while Jay's telling us about his adventures that involve drinks and lollipops, I'm sure.
Twisted my ankle like 5 times running through the park, running around, looking under bushes and stuff. It's just, getting all scratched up. It's ridiculous. It's
nice.
I think I'm losing weight though. I'm back down to 220. I gained a few pounds. I was kind of like not watching my weight, but I'm doing my workouts now. So
he wore a sleeveless shirt tonight, guys, just to show that off a little bit. He purposely was just wearing a sleeveless shirt. He never wears a sleeveless shirt on the normal shows, but today he walks in here with a sleeveless shirt on. He's a little sweaty looking. He's kind of like giving us the impression. He just got done with his DDP yoga, and he's just walked over to do the show.
There's no rules on the Sunday show, Trent. No
That's
rules.
No, this Sunday has turned into a complete open forum, a complete shit show here. But very cool, man. We're glad to hear. We're going to talk Xplosion, guys. We had an episode of Xplosion, which I can only describe as kind of awkward regarding the match that aired on it and some of the commentary that went with the match. So we're going to talk about that in a second. But Alicia's in the chat. Alicia, our very own. Alicia Cake is here. She'll be on Tuesday, guys. Don't forget, on the main show. Now, let me talk about Tuesday. Let's clarify something for Tuesday and the whole the Russo's brand thing. So we got a little more clarification. Let's break it down, Jay. Let's break this down because it was a little confusion on what's exactly happening. Are we broadcasting on the channel? Are we what are we doing exactly? So I talked to Vince today, and here's the good news. Good news is you don't have to go anywhere here, guys. You can stay right here on this channel, and we're going to Vince is going to get to start off. It's a little start off thing. He's going to get the replay. So Vince is going to co-host the show. on a replay on the Russo brand. So you guys can stay right here, but also we encourage you to go ahead and subscribe there because we're trying to, get Uncle Vince to like us. But go over there. Main show will get there. So we're going to try to get some of his folks to listen to this show. Come on over here, listen to Throwback, listen to this, and then a little bit of partnership. And then we're going to grow from there. That's the idea. So you guys stay subbed here. Go sub to Russo's brand as well. Let them know you're there because of us. That'll be nice. And we'll go from there. We're gonna start there. We're gonna take it from there. So Jay, it was a little confusing weekend, back and forth with all the emails. I was like, what? We were trying to figure out what the hell was going on with all this.
Well, yeah, because I don't think there's too many people that run solo or whatever on Russo's channel, and when we're new, and yeah, like you say, he doesn't know us, so where it's like not for lack of better words, we'll call it a probation. That sounds kind of weird, like it's, but it's, it's for lack of better words, that's what I'm going to call it.
Yeah, no, it works out because we kind of went in thinking he was going to give us the keys to the YouTube and say, "Here, go ahead and log in and take this whatever you need." And I was like, wait a minute, you guys really know. You guys really know who the hell we are. I mean, we're still kind of getting to know each other. So I said, "How about this, Vince? You just go ahead and co-host. You just host the show on the channel. Let us get to know each other a little bit. Then we can start going live down the line." So you guys are good here. But the cool thing is, we want to thank the Russo brand for carrying the show as well. So it's an affiliate. We're affiliated now. We're an affiliate of the Russo brand. So it opens us up to a huge new audience. They don't have an Impact show on their network. They do AEW. They do WWE. They don't have an Impact show. That's going to be us now. So cool. Glad that we're going to be there, and we're happy. So anybody from the Russo brand checking us out today, welcome, hanging out. Yes, it's basically a simulcast, Jamie. It's what it's going to be. So, all right, cool.
I'm excited. Like I said, I've been doing this for several years, and the fact that we're taking this jump to grow to another level is nothing short of amazing. And we want to thank everyone who's shared, subbed, liked, even if you're like one of the quiet ones and you never say anything, because we know there's plenty of those.
Oh, yeah.
We got our regular hardcore ones that are in here lately, and a lot of those have floated over to my channel, and I'm insanely gracious for that. It's helped my channel grow as well. Smash this podcast, cheap plug. But yeah, man, when that opportunity came up, I'm like, yeah, I'm so down. It's not even funny. It's a chance for growth, and I'm excited to see what happens over there. And I know it's not going to be like, oh my God, you made it overnight. No, I'm not expecting that at all, because there's several thousand of people over there that have no clue who we are. So hey, I'll take whatever.
I'll give you a perfect example, guys. They're like a Real Heel. He's a brand member. He found us from the interview, I believe, right? Real Hill. I think you first heard about us through the interview we did with Vince and some of the retweets. He came over. He's a brand member for 5 years, and he's been here every week since. So that's a great example of the loyal fan base. Now we're going to get more. Now they're going to be on the channel. He knows all about it. I'm a brand member for the last year and a half, so I know how the whole brand and all the shows work. I'm excited to be a part of it. It's a very supportive group of people. You got Stevie Richards, Ben Amin, Stevie Ray, just incredible. Franchise Shane Douglas, Francine, Goldilocks, TNA original. Goldilocks is there too. Of course, Vince. I mean, it is a who's who people from the industry. So I'm excited to be in that company, guys. And I think we're onto something pretty fun here. So
yeah, to be among them is just.
Yeah, not that we're on that level, but hey.
No, but just to
we're
be
the family.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not calling myself Shane Douglas, please. No. I just saying to have the opportunity to share this day. Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, look at that. Just like Paparazzi Productions, he popped in.
Yeah, I'll make you guys forget about me showing up late with the Paparazzi shirt,
Very nice.
We're
just talking about we're just to let everybody know the details of the brand, how it's all going to work. So we're letting
what are you talking about? What are you guys talking about?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. Just
tell Kyle the good news.
What are you guys talking about? Way, Kyle. I have no idea. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, no, nothing. No way. Don't worry about it, Kyle. Are you gonna be on there Tuesday? Just show up on Tuesday. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
I love surprises.
Yeah, it's great. Be there for the surprise. He's drinking.
Hey, we're on Russo's brand. No, I'm seeing the comments now. Hey,
Yeah, look at that, huh?
Hey, it's just casual, not a big deal at all. It's Russo's brand. This is the greatest moment of our podcasting run thus far, fellas. It's the brand.
Tuesday is going to be the first one. We're going to kind of simulcast, so that's going to be the big one. So that's definitely, guys, come in strong for that one. We want to show them, want to make a good impression. But
and most importantly, get your brand subscriptions in now.
Look at that! Look at that!
Now.
There's the first one right there, baby. Polar Family did it. Never thought.
Get the ticker going, Jay. Let's start pumping those brand subscriptions.
Yeah, we'll do.
We gotta pay our dues, man.
I'll get that right now. But hey, Polar Family, that's what's up, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for doing that. Let them know.
Most of all, thank you so much to the great Vince Russo for the opportunity, for picking us up like a bunch of feral cats on the porch.
Let them know. Hey, Polar Family, let them know that you're here. You're there because of us, man. Let them know. Let them know we're already getting things working.
If he doesn't see a response, what's the point? You guys got to show and prove and let him know he's picking up the whole tribe, not just us. The tribe is coming to the brand.
You gotta go there and what do the young kids say? Raise the roof.
I don't think they say that. I don't know if they ever say that.
Don't ever say that again.
I don't think they say that.
All right, hey, we're gonna jump into Xplosion, guys. A little intro already, Kyle. We talked about our weekend.
Hey.
Let's talk about your weekend. He's eating checkers.
Let's talk about checkers.
Let's talk about checkers. Go ahead.
I didn't run anybody over. Nobody was harmed in the transaction, in the purchase. Jaybone, tell the people in case they've never heard your story before. Take us back to Jaybone Theater.
He doesn't like talking about it, man.
well, I got checkers out, so he has to talk about it. The chat room's talking about it. He's got to talk about it.
Look, I'm still in therapy over it. It just because you want to.
I want you to know, Jay, that I genuinely drove out of my way, and I'm late to the show just to pick up checkers, just to put you through this before we talk about Xplosion.
Hold on a
second. Hold on.
Did you guys hear that?
There's something knocking. What's going on?
Jiminy Christmas.
That's what's knocking.
Oh my God!
Look who's back! Look at that!
Manny Bone.
Jiminy Christmas.
That's creepy. Don't kiss him.
Jiminy Christmas.
Cover that up.
Can we cut his camera too? Is that possible? I don't know if that's possible.
Cut him. Just cut him. Cut his existence.
Jesus.
Manny Bones is the skeleton of the person he killed in the Checkers drive-thru. That's what I heard.
All right, Jay, you happy? You happy now? We have a guest here who's probably wondering why the hell he.
Hey, how's it going, Billy Gardner? Front row, Bill, the king of Impact Wrestling. How you doing, brother? We've never been on a show together.
No, it's a first. Kyle.
Welcome that.
Let's tell the people we've met before. We've hung out in Queens, and
Yes.
Bill gave me a ride back to my car through the Queens night. Solid. I lied to him and told him it was 2 seconds down the road, but it was really like a 15-minute drive.
Mooching as usual, but go ahead.
Bill got a taste of the old scumbag.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
But we had a great time. Melrose
That's
Ballroom,
right.
Impact Wrestling, Kyle and Bill. It was awesome.
Yeah, we all stick together. Impact fans.
Impact family.
Very nice.
That's right.
Very nice. Well, listen, Bill's here to talk a little Xplosion. Bill, did you get a chance to watch Xplosion today?
I did.
All right, very cool. I just focus on the newer content. Jay will mention the flashback stuff, so I'm going to kick it to him for that. But let's kick it off, guys. Let's start off. Well, like I said at the beginning, one word can describe it, guys. It's awkward because it's Big Mike versus Larry D, and a lot of the commentary is leading to Big Mike in the main event of Slammiversary. Unfortunately, none of that's happening. And the sad thing is, it was a good match. I actually liked the match a lot. Bill, what do you think, man? I thought it was great.
I thought it was a really good match. If you remember, when they did the, I think it was the Impact Plus special, No Surrender, they had a match. And it was one of the best matches on the card. Larry D, that was the first time, because I was there, and Larry D, really, that was the first time I seen him live. He really impressed me, and this mimicked that match, and it had some good back and forth Haas fight type angle. Yeah. But no, it was Larry D was impressive, and then obviously Elgin got the win. Yeah, it's definitely a little awkward.
Yeah. Jay, any thoughts on this one? I like the match, but it was like, damn, dude.
So, I mean, do you think this could quite possibly be Michael Elgin's last match? Well, obviously in Impact Wrestling, but I mean, possibly ever You know,
I think that's the last match it's going to air. New. What do you think, Jay?
Larry D on Xplosion. What a way to go out. You know?
Yeah.
What a way to go out.
It was awkward watching it. I'm not gonna lie, but you got to remember, you know, they aired this before everything happened this week. You know, we actually watched these almost a week late because we do our show and then the next day the new Xplosion shows up. But it's dated 2 days before we did ours, so it's weird.
Right.
But we gotta redo our schedule again or something. But but yeah, so yeah, it's awkward. It was a great match. Great to see these two big guys go at it. Of course, Michael Elgin has to go over because he's in the main event here. Still, you know, without saying we know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
hey, we got to deal with it too, man. You know, we still have to do the podcast. You know, it's crazy times, but it's progressive times. It's a necessary time. We'll look back on all this in the future and be like, wrestling is a safer, better place for everybody.
Now I got a theory about Mike.
You know,
I got a theory. I
learn lessons from this, people.
I want you guys to look into something on this one. Everybody in the chat, I want the investigative crew to get into this. Bill, this includes you, actually.
Dude, the tribe is like the FBI. Are you kidding me?
I want everybody to think about this. You notice one thing. When they fired Tessa, on the statement, they mentioned they've terminated Tessa.
Yeah, not Mike.
Not Mike. You catch that, Bill? They said for Mike, he'll be removed from television.
Yeah, I think they're trying to wait this one out.
I think
honestly.
so. I think they're gonna let this one die down or something, man. I don't know.
I mean,
and his response back was pretty glowing of Impact.
It was.
On his Instagram, he was like, "Thanks to Impact for everything. Everybody's great there, pretty much." So I think he's just gonna lay low and hope this kind of blows over.
I think
this
we're
gonna hurt. I can just look at this and see it's gonna hurt.
Though. This might be this might even be a year. What do you think, Jay? You got a thought on this?
What did you order, Kyle?
Oh,
the big Buford, baby. The big Buford.
That's a
fat asses. Fat asses.
Because I haven't
fat asses.
I haven't been to one in 30 plus years.
And the only people don't return to the scene of the crime, Jay.
Yeah, for good reason. You're not allowed there legally. There's legalities involved.
Yeah, I don't go across. I mean, I live in Brookfield, and I very rarely go back to Milwaukee. I'm from Milwaukee, and I still got love for my hometown, Milwaukee. It's where I was born and raised. Was 5 minutes away.
Great town.
But I don't go past the freeway. It's just like a thing, you know, because you never know, you know, if someone limping down the block recognizes me and be like, hey, that bald dude, you know, if you put a mullet on him, it looks like the guy who, never mind, let's continue.
So that said, I'm curious what happens with the whole Mike thing. I'm really not sure why it was left with that open, that like the doors left a crack open for some reason, and I'm not sure why.
Well, I think all of the companies, because it's all of the companies, this is not an Impact thing. When we speak of this is affecting all of the professional wrestling companies.
True.
I mean, and for good reason in a way, because like I said, in the future, we'll look back on this and look at it as a very progressive time. And, you know, there's Alicia in the comments right there. Not cool with how Mike's being handled. And, me personally, I feel like we aren't at liberty here on this podcast to discuss something so big. And plus, it's all under investigation. It's new. But like I said last week, and I'll say it again, you know, I'm listening and I'm supporting all of the women with the speaking out hashtag, because it's a tough thing to do. It takes a lot of strength and courage.
Not an easy thing at all to do, but I'm sure we'll get more answers. The theory going around with some of the guys in the business I've been talking to, nobody directly knows, but the theory is it's you know, they're just it's just a matter of contract.
Something those dirt street guys, they'll keep you updated on all the other things in professional wrestling.
But let go ahead, Jay.
My only other thought about it is if he does come back to professional wrestling, I hope to God Impact does the same with him as AEW is doing to Sammy Guevara. Okay? I think that's the most professional. Like, if you are going to keep him in the company, you got to do something to him. You know, some kind of rehabilitation, some kind of,
And that's the next point I wanted to make was that I didn't even want to talk about any of this at all. I said a million times in the group chat, we are not at liberty, damn it. But you guys are pulling it out of me and forcing it.
I mean, he was in the match, though. That was the thing. We can't avoid him.
We can't just pretend it didn't happen. But my thing that popped into my head, a lot of these guys are getting canned. They're getting fired. They're not able to work places. But then I think of it as, and I might get heat for saying this, and I'm not saying that I totally think this. This is just something that popped into my head. If this all boils down to sex, if sex addiction is a real problem, do we rehabilitate these people? Or do we exile them and fire them and tell them they can never work or be an artist ever again? I don't know, because there's two ways to look at it. You know what I mean?
It's a very, very.
And the other side of it is it's a safer place without these people. So it's like I said, this is all above us. This is bigger than us. So, hey.
But Bill, how about this? It was a hell of a year. We at least had a hell of a year out of Miami. I mean, it was great matches and a lot of fun. You were there for a lot of it.
He was. Before Swan's injury, you could say it was probably between them two that were kind of giving the top matches on a show-in, show-out basis.
No doubt.
But Elgin is, if not at the top of the list, he was right at the top for performance over that time with quality matches. Well, they're really, I don't think we can point to a bad match.
I always say, we've been saying a lot, Jay. We always say there has not been one bad match from him all year.
And that's what makes it even more unfortunate. This happened to him at the top of his game, but you need to take it as a lesson. The things you do, the decisions you make, they're going to confront you sometime. You know, everything that's done in the dark will eventually come to light. And I'm not saying Elgin's guilty, and I'm not saying Elgin's not guilty. Just commenting on the situation because it's in our faces. It's the elephant in the room, fellas.
Yeah.
So, hey.
So, we'll find either way. I think Larry D had a great match with him. Mike has good matches, and it was a good match. But let's talk about the real good segment here, guys. I mean, Mike did win on that one, but let's talk about the awesome segment on this one, though. Like, he's got the shirt. Let's take that comment down so we can see the shirt, Jay. Look at the shirt. Take the comment off. I want to see. Look at that shirt. Look at that.
Swing, man.
Dressing for the occasion. I like that. I love that shirt.
Bill Swing.
Did you grab that at a show, or did you order that?
No. That's the pro wrestling T-shirt that came out after all this. So no chance. My other swinger shirt I have is from his time that other promotion.
I'm sorry, Bill. Sorry to cut you off, but I'm not buying that. I mean, let's think about. Hold on. Let's think about Bill for a second here. Let's analyze the front row. Bill. Bill's got the EC3 jacket. He's got the Moose jacket. He's got the British boot camp thing behind us. Quite frankly, as far as I'm concerned, I think that Will caught Johnny Swinger slipping in the parking lot, clunked him over the head, and took that shirt right off of his back. How'd you get all that stuff, Bill? Who's your connection? Who's your plug? Why are you always in the front row? Why are you always in the front row, state to state to state? What planet are you from, Bill? I want to know.
I think, Bill, this is a great opportunity to put the rumors to rest because everybody seems to think you work for the company.
You're an enigma. You're a question mark.
They all think he works there.
I do not work there. That's a fact.
I can attest to this. He doesn't work there.
I do not work there, but I've done anytime they had the VIP, which the titanium now, which Kyle also did in New York. And that gives you, obviously, you're going to get a front row seat there. And usually I'm just very quick on when they come out. I pay attention to that, and I just usually jump on it. But I don't always get it because I think even when with Kyle, I think I was not newer. Like I move around. Usually I try to get near the aisle, but it doesn't matter.
My thing, Bill, is that I love being in the front row because I like to support Impact if I have the funds to do it. And by have the funds, I mean beg Trent and Jaybone for money to my PayPal or Venmo in the group chat. That happens. Jaybone filled up my gas tank a few days ago. This stuff happens. And my thing is, though,
hey, Vince, can you start paying us? Can you give us an advance, Vince?
This show is costing money in all different aspects. But my thing is, Bill, I like to support Impact, give them the money for the front row seat. But at the same time, I can't get with the people in the front, man. The people in the front, they don't know how to party. I got to go in the back with the rowdy beer drinkers in GA. So what I think they should do is we're going to take all the people in the front row, the action figures and everything, take them just for one show. We're going to put them in the back or up on the balcony. We're going to get the rowdy guys in the back, the beer drinkers, put them all up front, and you're going to have the craziest, rowdiest, chant-filled show ever. That's what I'm saying.
I think they can still do that. And I don't want to label all the people in the front row
I'm
not
with
rowdy.
the beer drinkers, Bill. I'm with the rowdy people in the back.
And there are some, but you also have some people that may not be the best representation from that back of the broom crowd.
Oh no, it'd be dangerous. You got all the scumbags back there.
Bill, there was a guy, and I don't mean to detract too much from the show, guys, but there was a guy, a front row guy who was there, who was like every Orlando show. Caesar, remember Caesar?
Yeah.
What happened to that kid? He turned as soon as Anthem bought the company. I don't think I ever saw him again. What happened to that guy?
I think he was down in Miami area.
He was a Miami guy, right?
But I don't think he traveled once they left that area for sure. But most of the crowd did it.
Hey, chew with your mouth closed. Will you finish your bite?
No, this is my show, damn it.
Yeah,
don't let me get up close to the camera and open my mouth, Trent. Well, the numbers will go down. People will log right out.
The numbers seem to go up when you're on. That's why I can't really get rid of you. But,
I should have got fired months ago, years ago.
You should have been fired when I was doing these shows solo until Jaybone came along and saved your ass.
Fired back then, but I got you by the balls, Trent.
I know. But no, Bill, he used to always have great signs. That's why I always remember the kid. He always had great signs. And then I never saw him again. That was it.
What about the guys from the old Impact Zone with the rally towels? Rallies, literally.
The towel guy was great.
The towel crew. Bring those towels.
The one towel guy, the double towel guy was fantastic. I don't know what happened. This guy's a legend. Early on guy.
a lot of the fans, some you see now and again, but most of them have not made it through the different regimes.
Yeah, it's true.
So the hardcore audience is still here.
Nice. Let's talk Johnny Swinger, guys. Swinger and David Penzer.
Hold on a second. We got Alicia in the chat. Let's say hello to Alicia real quick. No. Johnny's got to say hello to her.
Who is this Alicia Brotner? Listen up. What is your name? Alicia, how do you pronounce your last name? Alicia. When have you been on the show? I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry. I got a couple questions. How do you get hooked up with three gentlemen to do a podcast like this? Where does your life go wrong? How does your life go drastically this bad that this is the culmination? Is this the greatest thing you've ever done in your life? Because if it is, I'm sorry for you.
When you hear it like that, it's Jesus.
Welcome to the TNI show, Alicia. Yeah, I actually sent that to Bravo, and he was like, "Wow, that's a little more brutal when you edit it like that." I like the Benny Hill music in the background.
Benny Hill music's great.
Great touch.
The best part of the whole thing is watch Trent's face while Bravo's doing this right next to Trent. And Trent's just like,
I couldn't believe what was happening.
He killed us. He took the piss out of us, like Bison says. But I gotta say, I had a great time. I loved it. He gained my respect. And now that we're going to Russo's brand, we got to bring Bravo on. That was our best guest ever. So when we go back on the brand, got to bring Bravo.
My go-to man right here, Terrence Sullivan, subscribed on Russo's brand. He let him know right away that he came because of us. Thank you, Terrence, my man. Oh, man. Thank you, Terrence. You're the man, dude. You'll like it. Hey, a lot of great content on there, man. A lot of great stuff.
Absolutely.
Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing? Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
All right, so listen, let's talk Johnny Swinger. This was fantastic. I love it. Bill, I'm gonna go with you. You got the shirt on. It was great. I love that. Finally, they recognized that he was a former tag team champion. Anybody catch that?
That was my first thing. I think it's the first time since he's returned that they've actually acknowledged the run with Simon Diamond.
They never do. They never ever do. And I wonder.
And he just buried Simon Diamond.
He buried Simon Diamond. This was an execution. He fucking put Simon in the grave, man. Just totally burying the kid.
Oh, Trent, getting attacked.
Yeah, that's why I had to dye the hair, man. I can't keep that gray hair, man. You kidding me? But I gotta fake it. It's all in a box. This youth is in a box.
It's a wig. I said it's a wig.
It's not a wig, but it's definitely
wig,
gray.
Right? Bill agrees with me. It's a wig, right, Bill?
It's definitely gray.
It's a wig.
I can't confirm or deny.
Bill, you've been around me in person.
Well, you've been in the bedroom with Trent before, so you would know better than anybody. It's kind of
I don't remember that.
Jaybone's
been in the bedroom.
He walked in on me in the shower once, but that's but Swinger was again. Yeah, they acknowledged it, and we haven't gotten to it on Throwback yet. But he's a former tag team champion, a very different Johnny Swinger with Simon Diamond, TNA tag team champion, which they NWA TNA era, but they finally acknowledged it. I love that they did. kind of nice to hear them put that over a little bit. Like, he's not just some dude who showed up. Like, for anybody who doesn't know who he is, the guy actually has Impact history going back almost 20 years. So very cool to see that.
For everyone wondering, like, why do they keep trying to stick him in a tag team? Boom, there you go. He's a former tag team champion. He's a tag team guy. I mean, he's fine as a singles guy, and we get some chuckles. But also the best part is when he's in these singles matches, the guy brings a different side to wrestling besides the laughs that we have.
Yeah.
He brings a different side to wrestling that you don't see much. That slow, old school, broken down. I don't mean like old man broken down. I mean, you break the match down.
Like that, Jay. Come on, man. I always tell you, have confidence. Age is just a feeling. Don't talk about yourself like that. You're as old as you feel, Jay.
I don't know. I wake up every morning feeling like shit. That's why I work out. I got to get better, man.
You've got the mentality of a teenager as far as I'm concerned. You're almost there. You're almost there.
Kyle,
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like the most mature individual you're ever going to find.
Yeah. Have another lollipop, pal.
Yeah, that's what we're going to call those lollipops. But we talked about this, Kyle. Jaybone's rocking a sleeveless shirt because he had to prove to us that he worked out today. Then he went in on a 22-minute diatribe about the workout he did, trying to show us off that he just got back done doing his DDP yoga earlier today, and he sweat off like 30 pounds.
Whoa. DDP yoga. I wasn't interested. I was going to rip on Jay, but now you got me. DDP yoga. Jaybone's doing DDP yoga. Tell me about this, Jaybone. When did you start? How did you get into it? What's it like?
No, you misunderstood me. It's not DDP yoga. I DDT'd Manny Bones when I was drunk in my front yard.
That's what it was. Let's move on from that. But God, how many beers have you had, Jay? All right, let's.
The box isn't empty on the floor.
I'm going to pounce you just like I pounce your step.
Period.
Talking about the steps in front of your house, not your step or anything like that. Step by step, the 12-step system. I don't know.
My one gripe, guys, with the around the ring though, can they not just tell everybody in the room to shut up for a little bit in the background?
And it's
what the hell's going on back there?
It's real, it's right backstage.
I produce segments, and I produce 100 of segments, and we always do this.
Oh, good for you.
Good for you.
We always do this.
Big old professional you.
No, listen to me. We yell out to the room, shooting a promo in 5, 4, 3, and then everybody shuts the fuck up. That's how it works. I don't have yelling in the background. There was at one point, it looked like somebody was like
around the ring. It's not a regular promo.
I don't want to. Somebody was laughing like a hyena at one point. Bill, did you catch this? There was somebody.
I did catch it. I wasn't sure if it was going to spill over.
What the hell?
And be like Madison or somebody, but
right. I don't know what's going on there, man. But shit, can we just tell everybody just quiet? They're playing a little music in the background. There's people yelling. I'm like, I need to hear this, man. Can you guys just shut these people up behind the ring, behind the stage?
Maybe they just want to pull that. Maybe they just want to pull the curtain for you, Trent.
Just
see a little bit behind.
Maybe.
I said Bravo. I meant Swinger. I was going to say Swinger's all about the green. I had to repost that on the We Talk Impact Twitter page.
I like that.
Well, he was giving stock advice.
Yeah, how about talk about that? Talk about that for a second. Johnny Swinger giving stock advice. Bill, you play the stock market? You a stock market guy? You a couple.
I got a 401k, but I'm pretty conservative. Unlike when he was getting those WCW checks every Monday, cashing them in, he had to make them
$1,000.
Make them grow.
Yeah. Very conservative.
I think there's some truth in that. I think there's some truth in the fact that he's living pretty nice on those WCW checks now. Because he invested pretty good back then, man. I think he was trying to let us know that he did pretty good, back in '96 when it was hot, daddy, running the territories. But I thought it was interesting. He said he was also teaming with Buff a lot in the Indies too. I thought that was interesting.
Those WCW royalties got to be something because in arm's reach, I have this game. Like that's how crazy
I love that game.
Was. I have it in arm's reach.
Best wrestling game ever.
I don't think Swinger was in this one though.
No. I don't think so. Was he ever in a game? I don't know if he was even.
I don't think so. Well, he was in plenty of my games via Create a Wrestler.
I love Johnny. Man, just Johnny Swinger or anything. Can we just get Johnny Swinger into as many pop culture things as possible?
I know. You know what? Impact Wrestling, and I won't talk with a mouthful of food, Trent. Go fuck yourself. Impact Wrestling has had such a problem with the world champion Why don't we just put the title on Johnny Swinger?
Hey, he's not going anywhere. He's not going to screw us.
Swingman, Daddy.
You know, you eating on this podcast is like it's like being on a podcast with Conan. You know, but between you start eating and then you start taking hits and then coughing, clearing your throat every 3 seconds. It's gonna be like a Conan podcast. It's like beyond keeping it 100 over here.
What is this, professional? So what is this, The View?
Well, I mean, you know, we're trying to
television trick.
Well, I guess the Sunday show is casual.
Dirty Nasty podcast.
The Sunday show has turned into a complete just rip session, and Alicia's thanking Bill for kind of being the moderator today, keeping everything, you know, being the buffer between us. Otherwise, we'd kill each other at some point. So thank you, Bill. Thank you, Alicia, as well. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, good night, Alicia.
Who is this Alicia Brotner? Listen up, Touch. What is your name? Alicia, how do you pronounce your last name? Alicia. When have you been on the show? I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry. I got a couple questions. How do you get hooked up with three gentlemen to do a podcast like this? Like, where does your life go wrong? How does your life go drastically this bad? That like this is the culminate. Is this the greatest thing you've ever done in your life? Because if it is, I'm sorry for you.
My favorite part is when he looks at her and says, "When have you been on the show?"
And that was literally her second show, I think.
Second show, right? Second show. Okay, that's what it was.
Bravo's money.
All right, Jay, I'm going to kick it to you for the throwback, though. Okay, he is money. He's giving stock advice. But what do we have in the flashbacks today? Get your notes out.
We got the throwback here like we do every Thursday. I had to think about our redid calendar. Redone?
Jaybone's got a 6th grade education for the record.
Can you just go on, please?
we fixed our calendar so that we're doing Thursday throwbacks, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you didn't know. All right, so on to the throwback here, or flashback, or whatever they call it. We're going back to Slammiversary 2009.
Great Slammiversary.
Bill, were you in the crowd for that one?
I was not at the crowd for that one.
Letting us down.
That was the...
Yeah, no Detroit Rock City for me.
That was Detroit. That was the Palace of Auburn Hills too. Yeah. That was pretty. They had that place stacked, man. That place was packed. I love that.
Bill, you ready for some East Coast road trips? Me and you, man. You're in Philly. I'm on Long Island.
I'm ready.
So I got an idea, and I'm gonna pitch this to you live on the air. So you really can't say no. You're pressured because you're on the hot seat. You know, we're live. This is what I want to do. Listen to me, Bill. One weekend when you're free, I'm gonna come out to Philly. And we're going to make a video content for the YouTube channel where me and you and I, my English teacher would say, we're going to go eat a bunch of Philly cheesesteaks. You're going to take me to all the good spots.
He knows the spots.
Gino's. We're going to go to, what is it, Tony Luke's? That's the other one.
Tony Luke's.
Okay,
you're going to near the old arena.
You're going to take me to the best spots, and both of us, we're going to eat the cheesesteaks, and then we're going to pick the king of the mountain, the king of the cheesesteak mountain.
Oh, definitely. And as Trent would say, we will go to some of the holes in the walls and the places in the tough part of town.
Yeah, Bill risked my life at one point. That was a hell of a cheesesteak. He knows the spots. That's for sure.
He's a Philly native.
Dude, there was Bill. What was the one spot you told me it was not far from the arena, but they're only open till a certain time, and then they run out.
That's John's roast pork. I put that at number 1.
That's his favorite.
The thing is, Bill, I don't want to go to the tourist traps. I want to go.
So you don't go to Geno's. You don't go to Geno's.
No Pats or Geno's. No Pats or Geno's.
But then I feel like I gotta try them because maybe we just have everything. The big ones, the mainstream ones, the cult classics.
Tony Luke's, man, Tony Luke's is the shit.
You can't go wrong with Tony Luke's. Tony Luke's is right near the top.
That's right by the arena. It's right down.
That's right by the arena. Yeah.
All
right, cool. All right, Jay, go ahead. So Slammiversary 2009, hot crowd. Name the match.
Yeah, this was in Michigan.
Auburn Hills, man, Michigan. Yep.
There we go. All right, so this is King of the Mountain Slammiversary 2009. We've got Jeff Jarrett, the true King of the Mountain. Samoa Joe.
We'll find out Wednesday when that court case happens. I guess it's Wednesday.
Oh, that's right.
I believe it's this Wednesday. That's the final case, I think. Final day. This is going to be it.
We got Kurt Angle sporting my haircut. We got AJ Styles, current Legends champ at that time.
Looking back made no title. That title really didn't make any sense. Looking back,
Yeah, I mean that's the title that they kept changing the faceplate for and calling it something else. I lost track.
Should have stayed TV championship, which was the best thing. But anyway, go on.
But he was celebrating on that day 7 years with the company day one. That got a big pop. So that was really cool.
It was a huge pop.
War Machine, Rhino.
Was he in that match?
Kill Steel asked for it. I'm a man of the people. Kill Steel asked for it, so I gave it to him.
Oh, okay. Good. All right, what else?
We love Kill Steel. All right. And then, of course, defending champ, which I had completely forgotten this. It's all blurry. Jaybone's mind is a little cloudy. Can't remember what he had for breakfast this morning. Mick Foley is defending as champion.
Isn't it crazy to think he was champion for what? Maybe half a year? 4 months or so? Long Island. He's one of yours.
LI.
It's just crazy to think the amount. Like Mick Foley was a TNA champion. Like, what the hell?
Dude, I was at the comic book store today. Fourth World Comics in Smithtown. Let me plug that. And they have a figure. They have a wrestling figure section, and in there, I saw a couple classic TNA figures. Nice. They had a 2-pack. It was Samoa Joe with the paint on his face, and then you had good old dirty, gritty, grimy Mick Foley, circa like 09.
Why did you not buy me that Bill and Ted one you sent me a picture of?
Why? Am I your girlfriend? To start buying you gifts?
I mean, I'll PayPal you. I don't really collect toys, but I'm an 80s kid.
Okay, so for anyone listening, while I was in there, I sent Trent a Snapchat. My Snapchats are famous. Trent loves them. I sent him a Snapchat of a Wild Stallions 2-pack by the Mick Foley figure.
Oh, man.
Bill and Ted figures.
I don't buy toys, but I take that one. That's for sure.
Right.
Anyway.
Rightfully so.
You're going to have to go back tomorrow and get it. Anyway,
Those are tremendous.
Go ahead, Jay.
Kyle, I'll PayPal you. So this was absolute insanity, as most King of the Mountain matches are. Jeff Jarrett was getting big pops here. It's always funny to watch these classic matches with Jeff Jarrett because you don't know if he's heel or face. But he got a big pop here, so I was pleasantly surprised. Kurt Angle was in shenanigans at the end of the match, and I remember watching this one live. I was pissed. Samoa Joe looks like he's about ready to call it a day and hang up the championship. Here shimmies up Kurt Angle the other side of the ladder, and we're ready for another duke out section between two guys from at the top of the ladder. What does Samoa Joe? He takes the belt and hands it to Kurt. And Kurt's like, oh, for me? Oh, you shouldn't have. Finishes climbing up the ladder and hangs it on the hook, and the crowd just erupts.
It's classic
TNA.
Man. It's classic TNA, and I've seen it so many times. But every time I see somebody put the belt back up there, it's just kind of strange. It was one of those things. I think that was a Vinny Rue idea because he did reverse battle royal. Title match. That's a question I'd like to ask him. Was that a Russo idea? I'd like to know. It's different. It was unique. Took the concept and flipped it backwards.
I loved leading up to the homecoming show that didn't get to happen, or the No Place Like Home show, that they were joking about the King of the Mountain match. Bill, you're like all the asking the roster and stuff. What are the rules of the King of the Mountain match again? And all those little skits, right? Like I thought they got everybody almost right on that.
Yeah, only Willie Mack got it, I guess.
No.
Yeah,
Stop bringing up the "There's No Place Like Home" show. All right, that's like bringing up the girl that got away. You don't bring it up. I don't want to think about it. Pretend it never happened.
It'll happen.
I don't know. Can it? I don't know.
2021. We'll be back.
They did build the cage. They got to use it at some point.
Go ahead, Jay.
I want to pause the show.
Buy it and put it in his apartment.
I want to pause the show just for a second. Mr. HD Global Wars messaged me earlier today, let me know that his grandpa passed away. So I just want to send him some love. He can't be having a very good day. So hopefully what we're doing here can bring at least a smile to your face. We love you, man. And we, wish strength and peace upon you and your family, brother.
Absolutely. To the great Alfredo Rico, HD Global Wars' grandfather, We wish you, our condolences from us to you and your family, man. Our condolences. So we hope, like Jay said, we hope we can take your mind off for an hour here, and but yeah, definitely our best, our love to you and your family for that. But yeah, all right, cool, man. Thanks for being here with us, though, Global Wars. Thanks for hanging out.
Global Wars, you're going through a rough time right now, so I think you need a little disco fever.
Disco fever, disco fever, disco fever. Yeah, 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 yeah.
There you go. I mean, hopefully that made him laugh a little bit, cheered him up a little bit, man. But yeah, that'll do it.
Trent. Beat up Trent.
Yeah.
Hashtag beat up Trent.
Yeah, Pasta Mania, brother. I'm all out, guys. I'm all out. Tuesday is going to be a rough day. I got no pasta. I'm done. This next week is the week I finally decided to go grocery shop after 4 months or whatever.
Are you really not even buying groceries, Trent? Are you that scared of COVID-19?
No. It became a challenge. The last month, it was like, now I'm going to see what I can stretch out and create in the kitchen to avoid buying groceries.
So you're running out of pasta, but you're not running out of hair dye. You must have a Costco-sized package of the black stuff.
I did buy it. I bought the beard dye in bulk. I definitely bought it in bulk. But we're going to get creative this week, guys. Let's get a little home stretch on the groceries.
I think you should dye it purple or blue or something, Trent. I think you should switch it up. I think you should give up the, I
don't work in an office anymore. I
Robert
guess.
Trujillo look and, go for the,
I'll cut it all off.
Why don't you go for an undercut, Trent? Why don't you
I had it. I had what's known as the RVD haircut. I had that, man. I had the RVD with the long hair and the shaved everything. I had it all.
Oh, you had it all.
I was like the last guy doing it for a long time. But all right.
Damn, homie! In high school, you was the man, homie.
I was.
Look at you now.
That's what it is. All right, Jay. What was the recap match of the week? What do we have there?
The recap is a street fight we saw 2 weeks ago. Ace Austin versus Eddie Edwards. It was a great match to see these two face off again. Eddie's been back for a couple weeks now. We hadn't seen him for a couple tapings, and taking care of the missus and the new daughter at home, which I think is tremendously awesome. And but he's back. He's kicking ass. He's pissed off, and he's in the main event. And they're bringing back that old blood, that old rivalry between Ace Austin and Eddie Edwards. And Eddie Edwards is more just fired up than ever. I think it's tremendous. Yeah. But man, evil rears its old ugly head.
Wild parsley.
And we get the new connection between Ace Austin and Madman Fulton joining his side and taking out Eddie Edwards. It was a nice little reminder to see exactly what he did to Eddie. It was damn brutal. And I'll tell you what, I know I've touched on this, but I'm going to say it again for the next few weeks. I'm going to say it here. Looking at the current landscape, we had no clue 2 weeks ago any of this big picture shit was going to happen that we talked about earlier. Now you want to look at the current landscape of this company. You look at a guy like Madman Fulton standing side by side with a guy like Ace Austin. Ace Austin is already dangerous. Now you add Madman Fulton to the mix. I'd say the odds are absolutely without an argument whatsoever are in Ace Austin.
But Ace Austin's a moron. We've seen this before. This is the classic Shawn Michaels Diesel situation. This happens. You know what's going to happen. Everyone knows what's going to happen. How could you trust a guy like Madman Fulton? Eventually, you're not going to be able to control that monster anymore. This is going to backfire on Ace Austin. I see it miles away.
Yeah, but see, Madman Fulton for the time being is there for him when Ace Austin is going to have a moment where he's going to dive headfirst into a trash can.
Quite frankly, I think that Ace Austin heard our show and he was able to bring in Madman Fulton as a result of our show, because think about the timeline here. In the introduction, I added that clip of Sammy saying, "Get him a Baby Ruth, put on the Little Mermaid. He should be fine." So I'm thinking Ace Austin heard that, put on the Little Mermaid, got a Baby Ruth, and just sat Madman Fulton down and said, look, this is what we're going to do together. That's how it happened.
All right, listen, they got a good thing going, man. This is definitely Sean Diesel type levels. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Ace and Fulton to get something going here. This is going to be a lot of fun. So we'll see. Slammiversary completely up in the air right now. I do like that we have no idea what's about to happen.
Jerking yourself off in the comments, Trent?
Well, I just want to let the people know they can subscribe to my channel for absolutely nothing.
Trent show. That's Trent. We're all gonna have solo shows in a few months when we hate each other.
I guess just go on my YouTube and just say hello if they want to add me there. Not that I upload a shit. I uploaded something so random, and it was just okay. I had my laptop on. I was playing the Ghostbusters theme song, and I was drinking an Ecto Cooler, and I literally just went like this with the Ecto. It was just like the video was from here, and it was just the Ghostbusters thing playing. And then you got Ecto Cooler. It was just doing this.
I just have a bag of tricks.
That's amazing. It's just me putting the Ecto Cooler down in front of the camera like this, and it was just like, it's just me going, and that's it. It has like 9,000 plays on YouTube. I don't know.
Why didn't you tell me about this? That should be at the end of every podcast.
Dude, I don't know why that blew up. I cannot even tell you.
Are you like unshaven?
Dude, I'm not even in it. It's just my hand putting the Ecto Cooler down.
No, Ecto Cooler is over, Trent. That is over. People
I couldn't believe it though. I'm like, it literally went from like 7 plays to 7,800 in a month. I'm like, what? Like, why did this blow up? So anyway, if you guys want to see that video, it's on my channel.
Trent, people like you. See, Trent, people like you. Look at the comments. You always think nobody likes you.
Oh, effing yeah, it's true. I don't think anybody likes me.
You think me and Jaybone take all the spotlight, and then Alicia came in the picture. That little crumb you had, gone. You see a beautiful girl talking Impact, gone.
They don't want to see me talking about it.
You're nothing.
A nothing burger, as they say. But all right, man. Well, that was Impact. That was an Xplosion this week, guys. It was like I said, a little awkward with the Elgin thing. Good match though. Johnny Swinger was definitely the highlight of the show, so I liked it. All right, open forum time. Let's hit open forum. Kyle, we need a jingle to go into open.
The whole
forum.
show has been an open forum.
I mean, like for formally going into open forum.
All right.
Who wants to talk about what? What do we need, guys? What topics we have? Let's run it out for a few minutes, and then we'll we got we got to get to work in the morning. I mean, the long commute from our bedroom to our living rooms nowadays. But what do you guys want to talk about? Anybody got anything? Who wants? There we go. Hakeem Fortune's asking. Do you think Impact should just keep the world title match anniversary a triple threat? This is a great question. I want to know what you guys think. Thank you. Real Heel likes it. Look at this. Real Heel up in the YouTube comments. Thank you very much. Somebody likes me. All right. I wanted to I wanted to keep it a 5-way. My thought was put Moose into the title spot. Moose goes in. You film a vignette where it's like, basically Moose maybe has a match earlier at Slammiversary. He defends. He's going around like, I'm the real champ. I get it. I did it. And then D'Amore kind of comes and goes, no, you're not. You want to be a real champion? Get in that ring and show me what you got. You're in the main event tonight. Go and defend that title and see if you can win the other one. He goes in the world title slot, and then you have a 5th wild card, maybe one of the returning champions. You got to develop a good story for it. Why that guy's going right to the title shot, but you do a wild card at some point. Bring that in. Keep it a 5-way. Bill, give me your thoughts.
I agree with you, Trent. I think if we go from a 5-way down to just the 3, it puts too much of a focus on the people that are not there. So I think just having replacements is the way to go. At least a 4th, but preferably 5. I agree with you, definitely with Moose, unless they had a plan for. But I think you might be right. Maybe he'll do double duty that night.
He might have to
have a TNA title match and then a world title match. So maybe he'll kick off the show and close the show. But I know we were talking the other night. I think Sammy has a claim on it. If he's not, maybe with Ken in a tag team where that goes. But he's probably the only other non-returning wrestler that I would possibly elevate into that match.
I have no idea what they're going to do. When the pay-per-view goes live that night, who knows? They could change it last minute. Oh, they have to change it last minute. They have no choice, but they're going to have to do something special. They're going
my wild card, though, is
forget about the controversy.
It would be a very quick build for this, but maybe Madman Fulton.
Okay. Interesting.
I like it.
That'd be quick, though, to put him in.
That'd be very quick.
Ace Austin can't trust that guy. How could he?
But if you look at it, he's going through each of the people in the match. He just went against Eddie, then he's going against Trey.
He's
going against everybody in that match, either to soften him up or maybe get in there. So
that's a very interesting point.
I'd read this one right here.
I hope Slammiversary pay-per-view will be simulcast in the Russo brand. Hey, listen, I think. Well, I know we're gonna have Billy Body on. Billy Body from the Russo brand is gonna join us on that.
D Billy? That's
Billy
a controversial man with a lot to say.
He is
my kind of guy.
He is asked to join us. He said, "Can I join you guys for the Slammiversary?" I said, "Absolutely," because he's gonna bring verified dirt, and he's gonna be bringing.
Does he really know that we're going to the brand?
I don't think he knows yet.
Oh, even better. Then he's really gonna have fun.
I mean, yeah. So Billy will join us, but hey, listen, I think we're gonna do that. I'll talk to Vince about maybe going live that night.
Uncle Vince, we can say that now. We can call him Uncle Vince.
He's probably your father, but I mean, but
hey, he left Long Island around 95. I was born around 95.
Right, that's right. I mean,
we all. Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
Pretty much. All right, Jay, you got an opinion on this main event? What do you think? What do you want to happen? He's losing it. He's out. He's tapped out.
My opinion changes every 10 minutes with this because I see someone in the online or in the comments or something say, well, what about this? And they go, oh yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I saw one a few days ago, and they put RVD and Sabu in an Extreme Rules.
Oh shit!
The last three. It's like, holy shit, that's insane.
Hey, comment just popped into my head. Well, comment made something pop into my head. What if it's one of the Good Brothers that crashed the main event? Huh?
I don't know, man. I mean, are they a team? They coming in as a team? I don't know. I do like to
kick off a tag team feud, though. They do have to kick off a tag team feud if they come. So I don't know.
I do like that they don't know shit. We don't know shit about this. I really like that. I kind of like the unpredictability about it all. But let me ask you guys a question. I was talking to Basil last night. Let me give you guys something.
Basil, hey, Basil.
I was ranting to them about something, and I want to get all the listeners' opinion on this. I really had something about this. I kind of was like, the whole thing with Tessa, right? All we know is she didn't want to send in a promo, and then her thing was, I never agreed to be in the match or whatever it is. Like she wasn't going to leave Mexico because apparently she's getting married in August. We know that. That's all out there. She's getting married to Daga in August. It's very public. Her wedding's in August. So apparently Mexico has a 5-week mandatory quarantine to come back. So meaning if she came to Slammiversary, she wouldn't be back for her wedding, right? So I'm thinking all this out there on the table, right? Why not just be a shoot? Why not just tell the truth on everything? We all know what's going on. So why not just come out and say, hey, you know what? As a result, because of COVID, nobody's going to dog anybody for changing plans because of COVID right now. So it's like, hey, because of COVID, it sucks. She can't go back to Mexico. She can't get married. As a result, she's going to be stripped of the world title, and it's going to be up for grabs in the 5-way. Why not just do a shoot on the whole thing? Tell her, hey, just film a promo. Just let us know that it's going to be done. We have to let it go because if you don't want to come in, we're not going to force you to come in. It is what it is. You can't go back for your wedding. Let the whole thing be a shoot. Like, and we all know what the fuck's going on. I mean, I don't know. I was thinking like, no one's gonna shit on either one of them because COVID knocked plans out of whack. Because she might have been losing it at Rebellion for all we know.
Look, Trent.
Yeah.
WWVRD.
Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
Work shoot.
You are really good. You were gonna kiss his ass so much.
We're on the brand now. We're selling brand subscriptions. I'm a Long Island guy. I kissed his ass as a fan. Now I get to kiss his ass and actually contribute something.
I'm trying to have a serious conversation about this whole thing. And I'm saying, why not just do the whole thing as a shoot?
I'm making a good point here. You got to take a page out of Bash at the Beach 2000, Trent.
Exactly. Perfect
point. You think I'm jerking Vince off for no reason? I'm making a good point.
That's a great point. Great tie-in. All right. Go off. All right. I like you're forgetting.
Thank you.
It was a shoot. He literally went in and he said he didn't want to work with Jeff Jarrett. Well, screw it. I'm putting Booker T. Same idea. She doesn't want to come in. She's scared COVID's going to knock her out her wedding plans. She can't go back to Mexico. It is what it is, guys. We see it on Twitter. She's with Daga. It's not a secret. She's with Daga. She's talking about wedding. All right. So that's what it is. It's done. She can't be in town. We got to strip her of the belt. Unfortunately, it sucks. Slammiversary 5 ways now for the title. Winner takes all. Boom. no one would have complained. We would have been fine, I think. I don't think anybody in the chat would have been upset about it. I don't think any fan would have been upset that couldn't happen. That's just my thought, though. I don't know if you guys think I'm crazy, but I don't know. I felt like if you're going to shoot, now's the time to shoot. This is the perfect opportunity to be real in a wrestling world like this. So, Jay, am I crazy? I mean, I'm sounding like you now. I'm talking out of both sides of my neck over here. I don't know what's happening. Here, showing off his guns. I mean, he did 3 minutes of DDP yoga, and he's showing off his muscles. Look at this guy.
You got lunch in the arms, homie.
No, I DDT'd Manny. Get it right. No, I agree with you. It's just, it's she screwed her own reputation. I mean, if someone else wants
that's aside from it all too. You're right.
If someone else wants to hire her, God bless them. It's your mess now, right? Because if you think that she's gonna do your company any different than she did, I'll say ours. She's not. It's like, I'm just doing all this. I don't care about this company because I want to go somewhere else. Well, guess what? Same person, same attitude. Her attitude ain't gonna change. If you think her attitude is gonna change from one contract to another,
well, I'm saying aside from that, though, I'm saying aside from the attitude issues, aside from all that, though, in a case if she was going to leave in July, like Bill, like her contract was up next month, right? From what we knew,
right?
Yeah, so maybe even before. Some people said the end of June. So
end of June. If she was going to leave anyway, I'm thinking, fine, you can leave, but at least leave in like let us know the reality is, hey, she can't be here to defend it. She just can't. She's got it. She can't make it back for her wedding. We're going to put the title, and then you kind of just leave it on a good term. You don't stir back up all the stuff that happened in January. You don't stir any of her attitude stuff up. You don't stir up anything else. It's just like, all right, man, we part ways. You're done. See you later. Would have been a clean cut. What do you think, Bill?
Yeah, not knowing what they're going to do. My thinking is on Tuesday, maybe start the show off with either Scott or Don making an announcement. But they should do it as somewhat of a shoot, kind of, because everybody knows what's going on. Like I don't think they should play people for fools on it. Just
right.
Like you can do it the right way and say, like, obviously your champion's not going to be there. You can't just say stripped of the title, no reason. They're going to have to say a reason for it. And they could say it's COVID. I don't know if they want to get into anything beyond that. But they'll definitely, I think, address it because I'm sure, once again, just like last week, they're working around the clock to make these changes. So,
yeah, I don't know. I think you got to address it. I mean, Kyle, what do you think? You really have to shoot there, cowboy. You got to address this stuff, right? I mean, you got to like.
No, I told you, WWVRD. What would Vince Russo do? You got to just tell the people what it is because they're going to read about it online anyway. So let's have fun with it and make it realistic. So they're going to talk about it anyway.
I would like them to don't hide it. Let's see what happens. We got 2 days to find out, guys. So we'll find. I mean, it's a real situation. It's something that's a lot of buzz.
You know what? Forget Tessa because the greatest women in Impact Wrestling is truly
La Güera Loca.
That's just how it is.
It's the lady, man. That's the legend right there.
That's it.
I think this whole situation has opened up for everybody to say, hey, listen, now we got to start you got to start putting you got to fire up the people who are shown to be loyal to the company, the ones with no. Can you quiet? What the hell is that noise? Oh shit! Look at that.
He's got some.
I was about to yell at Kyle for eating more.
I got heartburn. I'm done with checkers. Trent, I got heartburn and acid reflux. I'm done with checkers.
La Güera Loca.
How was the Loca gear?
Bill, I got the Loca gear. Just came Saturday.
What'd you get now?
And I got the Jaybone sleeveless model as well.
Nice. Did you get the face mask too?
I did. I got all the face masks, so I got plenty of them.
Did you get the autograph and the care instructions that Kyle got gypped on? He didn't get the autograph on it.
Trent, why do you think I stopped wearing the Loca gear on the show suddenly? Because I don't know how to wash it, and it stinks. It's sitting over there dirty, and I can't wear it until I wash it again.
Oh yeah, you gotta wash it a certain way.
Bill, do you have the instructions? Can you pull those out for me? Like, I'll take
Hold on.
put it up to the camera because I don't know how to watch this stuff.
Look at that. Look at that. Love tag. Beautiful. Care instructions. Very nice.
All right. Oh, just in cold water. That's all.
Cold water.
Enjoy.
Very easy. Very simple. I think I can do that.
There you go, man.
I skipped a part. I skipped ahead to the best part. Enjoy.
Yeah. Make sure you get that information to Jaybone's stepdaughter when she does my laundry tomorrow. You know?
I just asked my Dez being in the world title match. I don't think yet. I think we got Dez in the tag. I got to get Dez some tag belts first. Dez on some tag belts first before anything else. Before anything else, the Rascals got to get in that tag lineage before anything else. So we'll go from there. But yeah, let's see, guys. I'm curious what happens on Tuesday. It's going to be an interesting week. Now I got 3 weeks.
Trent, we got a lot of comments right now about Taylor Wilde. Do you know that she came out with a podcast?
No, Jay was talking about. Go ahead, Jay. You break this down. Jay had mentioned this.
Jay.
Oh, see, I read about it right before she announced it. I've not read the announcement. I can try to quick find it. Give me 2 seconds.
I pulled it out. In the meantime, we'll come back to that one. But
Jiminy Christmas.
Which wrestlers do you hope don't debut or return? Oh man, honestly, Akeem, I'm open to anybody coming back right now. I don't know. I mean, anything's gonna get a little buzz right now.
I'm not interested in Heath Slater. I keep saying,
no,
he just doesn't do anything for me. No disrespect to the guy, but he just doesn't do anything for me.
Honestly, I'm not too keen on if Mike and Maria either. I don't know. I just didn't like how they left. It was a good.
He's the miracle. I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't come on the show and say, "Oh."
I'm not gonna hate it, but I'm not gonna jump out of my seat. Bill, you got anybody you don't want to show up?
No. My only worry is out of like the big names. Obviously, all the returning, the EC3s, EYs, the Good Brothers with Gallows, all good names. I worry if the former Rusev comes in. I have Aaron Rex worries about Rusev if he's like their big signing.
Ooh.
That might not be a long-term solution.
Elaborate, Bill. What do you mean? I'm confused.
Well, Aaron Rex. We all know. Were you live at the Aaron Rex debut? By the way, you were there, right?
I was there for that, and I worry that just like Aaron Rex, he's a talented wrestler. He can cut a promo, but he just didn't have the right gimmick at the time.
Disagree. I thought the stuff he did with Rockstar Spud was amazing and short-lived and underutilized.
He started out like the first couple weeks of him was good. Then it went off the rails real fast.
Rexcellent. I loved Rexcellent.
I think they didn't have
Mike and Maria's wedding. Mike and Maria. Allie and
Braxton Sutter. That's her shoot.
Allie Braxton's wedding was the final appearance of Rexcellent Aaron Rex.
Hey, he was good in that segment. That's for sure. I'm all for. I think like Bill. Going back to your point, I think Aaron Rex just didn't have the right writing behind him. I think he needed a better writer. They needed a better guy to that segment. That we. All right, let's talk about this here. Go ahead, Jay.
All right. So this is from a few days ago, from the 24th. This is episode 1 of Wild On. Taylor Wilde, past, present, and future, is dropping tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Here is the link. Download Anchor to listen. It will also be available on Spotify. So there you go. Look for Wild On.
Wild On. So she's doing a pod.
That is Taylor Wilde's podcast. You can go look for it up on Anchor and Spotify. And eventually, it's brand new to Anchor. Anchor, I know Anchor. Anchor will eventually spread it out to several different places. You can get it on iTunes eventually, and all sorts, or whatever iTunes calls their podcast link. No, I forget.
Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that too. And I'm not an Apple guy. I don't know shit about apples. I eat them almost every day. I don't know shit about anything else.
Apple a day. Smart man.
Jiminy Christmas.
There we go. Break up that little moment there. All right, good job. Well, let's see if you guys like Taylor
Wilde. Let me hear in the comments some of your favorite Taylor Wilde moments and matches. Let's go to Bill. Bill, what's your favorite Taylor Wilde moment?
Well, her first when she won the title, when she won the Knockouts title, that was going in her tag team. What was Sarita? Those were both
Serena
highlights.
Sarita is over at the E now, right? She's a trainer down
Well, I
there?
believe she was released though.
Oh, she was
furloughed.
She's free.
Oh, she is. Okay. Interesting. No, Taylor Wilde was one of those was one of the first homegrown workhorse knockouts. Like she could work, she was, I mean, the beautiful people, I'm not saying that they couldn't work, but they were definitely our homegrown, like one of the first women's gimmicks of Impact Wrestling. But Taylor was like that first one to really break out for the work style. And she's kind of forgotten in like the history of Impact. She gets forgotten. She gets left out a little bit, which I hope she wouldn't, but this is kind of a good way for her to get back in the mix. And they should show maybe a couple clips here and there. It'd be nice to kind of flash back to her once in a while and just, remind people who was kind of holding the division down. There's only 4 or 5 knockouts at the time. So she definitely was a big part of the early knockouts, no doubt. We'll see. Listen, if she wants to show back up, it'd be cool too. I don't know if she can still go. I think her last match was 10 years ago. That's the thing that gets me about it. She retired like 10 years ago. But
it seems like she's not the only one kind of teasing a return, because I think Brooke Tessmacher's teasing a return, and Impact did release some of her footage. Like I think they're replaying her title win on Twitter today or yesterday.
I love Brooke Tessmacher. Miss
The more
Tessmacher.
knockouts, the merrier. Trent, what were we just saying the other day that we always say? Look at the YouTube numbers. Look at those YouTube numbers. The people want the knockouts. They need to come out with a B show, a side project, just knockouts.
I'll tell you guys what. Our shows that have like the artwork that Jay does the artwork for, and he puts a knockout. The knockouts are on the artwork for the week. Instant higher numbers for us. Go figure that. Jay's a smart marketing genius here. He's like, hey guys, I think we should talk about the knockouts. I'm like, Jay, but the main events, Ace Austin and Eddie Edwards. He goes, let's talk about the knockouts. So knockouts might just put the knockouts in the main event.
I mean, I don't claim to be a marketing guru or anything,
but hey, listen, Wrestling Phantom, not a fan of Brooke Tessmacher though. Not a fan of Brooke Tessmacher. I like her. I think she was fun, man.
No
fun. She's beautiful. She's great to look at. I mean, for God's sake.
All right, Trent.
All right.
Not the time for that sort of.
All right. Well, sorry. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap it up for today? We're at hour 17 for a open forum show here. But we got anything else, guys? Guess not. Anything?
Everybody thinks Bully Ray's coming back.
Yeah, a lot of people talking Bully Ray. I wonder why. Why Bully Ray?
Us on Twitter, Bully Ray, please.
He tweeted a little something the other day.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Aces and eights.
Oh, he did.
Hashtag YNWA.
YNWA, meaning what?
Hashtag you never walk alone.
Oh, yeah. I noticed one thing. Those Aces and Eights guys, they kind of stick together. They're all like still very proud of that run. I noticed they all do love it. Like even the lower tier guys.
Wes Briscoe came out.
Oh
he wants to be part of it again. Yeah.
I mean, shit. Like these guys are proud of that Aces and Eights run. Hey, listen, it was a great run. I was in Chicago at the Chicago tapings, the first Impact on the road, where they had the Aces and Eights come out Bully right after he won the belt. It was like the first appearance of Aces and Eights with the title, with control. And dude, I mean, I saw more Aces and Eights t-shirts in that crowd than anything else. And I bought one that night too. They're a lot more over than a lot of people like to remember. Yeah, some of it was a little wonky. Some of the booking was a little up and down with Aces and Eights. But dude, I think Aces and Eights definitely left. It is one of the more beloved factions of Impact.
And I mean, one thing that I do like about it, we are blocked by Bully Ray.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you.
Unblock the boys. I thought I was being funny a long time ago. Wrote something up. Long story short, what I like about it though is that it gave Bully Ray the opportunity to shine in the sense that I feel like people always just looked at Bully Ray and put him in a box. He's a tag team wrestler.
Absolutely.
That's it. He's just a tag team wrestler. And then when he got to really run with the Bully Ray character, it all really came together, escalated when the Aces and Eights angle took off. So you got to look at it like one great thing that came from that was probably the best run of Bully's career outside of the golden era of the Dudley Boys.
Look at this, guys. Look at that. You guys see this?
Fuck you. Mine fell apart. I bought one on Top Impact and it fell apart.
Aces and eights, baby. Look how cool this is. Look at it. Little spinning. So, hey, listen. You want to talk Bully Ray and the Aces and Eights thing? Bill, you might remember this really well too. There was the episode of Impact after it happened, after the reveal happened. He won the belt, and they did a 30-minute reveal episode where they went back through all the clips and they showed you all the hints they dropped for 6 months, and they're like, they showed you all the little things they did, and it's like it was under your nose the whole time, and none of you caught it. And that to me is one of the most brilliantly written episodes of it. It's definitely one of my top 10 because they went. I'm telling you, they did a whole montage, and they showed you how he was basically telling you the whole time it's gonna be me. He was little hints, little clues, boom, boom, boom. It's like if you paid attention, you would have caught it all at lockdown. You would have known it would have happened, and then he ran from there. But Bully, it was a great. I think it was a great heel champion at Impact. I mean, not that I don't think he's coming back,
no doubt.
But the run was fantastic. I think the run was fantastic. We got another question here.
Comment right here from Team Fullerton. Should the company put the belt on Eddie Edwards at Slammiversary as a safe option for the company? Now,
we got plenty of safe options right now, I think.
You do, but I will throw in there that Eddie deserves his props, man. That's the company guy. The company guy.
He's had it, though. He's had it a couple times. You can make somebody new right now.
But that was...
But he was squeaky clean.
True.
He was just white bread Eddie Edwards, and that's not a knock on him. But there was no character, there was no charisma. He was just
one Eddie the kendo stick and a whole different attitude.
He's completely 180 from what he was a handful of years ago, coming from Ring of Honor, tag teaming with Davey Richards, breaking out into solo career, and then all it took was that one hit from the baseball bat, and it changed his entire career, flipped him on its head. But he turned a bad situation and made money on it and just changed everything and went through some of the most fun stuff we've seen over the last couple years between
Sammy is amazing.
Killer,
amazing,
Ace. You know,
it was also the best thing that happened. It was getting hit in the eye with a baseball bat. He is definitely a locker room leader. I think he's the Tommy Dreamer of Impact, you could say in a way, and I think he embraces that. I think you can make somebody else instead of giving him the belt again. He could be the solid guy to put against him, like Tommy was a lot for ECW. It was like you need a solid feud to stabilize a champion, to stabilize a character. Put him in a program with Tommy. You could do the same thing with Eddie.
Swinger and Dice. I like this. Oh, the Dice Man. Oh,
yeah, Daddy. Oh, yeah, Daddy. Oh. We need sound bites immediately on that. But no, I think you can make somebody. I think to me the undeniable guy right now is Moose. You gotta go with Moose.
Oh, sorry guys, they meant Zicky Dice, not Andrew Dice Clay. My mistake.
So check this out. We had Zicky Dice at AEW. I walk in.
I don't know who that is.
He's NWA. He's fantastic. He's very much like he could be Johnny Swinger's son.
He's Trent approved.
He's Trent approved, 100%. I walk in. We're having dinner after the show. I tell Danny Daniels, I go, when are we going to book Johnny Swinger so we can team him with Zicky Dice? Can I have that green light? It's like it's a father and son waiting to happen. But Zicky Dice, Kyle, you would love him. He's a complete scumbag. He is complete sleazeball, greasy.
Look at that, Trent. 2 weeks ago, I come on the show and I say, I'm not supporting NWA until they start, acting better towards Impact and stop acting like a bunch of bitter ex-girlfriends. And look, people are jumping ship already.
They're leaving.
Maybe. Possible.
They're leaving. But hey, listen, we'll see. It's an open oyster. It's an open. The oyster's open, man. We'll see who signs where, boys. But
this just popped in my head. We're talking about all this Aces and Eights shit. What if someone that's in the main event is actually secretly part of Aces and Eights? What if it is Eddie Edwards and someone helps him win, like the Good Brothers?
The great thing about all this is we don't know we have no predictions right now. Honestly, anything can happen. It keeps it fun though. Keeps it real fun. I think it makes Slammiversary a lot of fun to watch. But All right, boys. Let's wrap it up here. We got we're almost an hour and a half in on this, but let's go ahead and get this thing wrapped up.
Longer than Xplosion.
Very long on Xplosion. But Bill, where can people connect with you? We're gonna have you on more regularly, but where can people connect with you and say hello?
They can
shows in the front row.
Well, beyond connected with me at a show, whenever that happens again.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at my name at William M. Gardner, Gardner. Either way, feel free to reach out, say hello.
Reach out. It's the man right there. All right, Jay, you want to plug your stuff here, please?
You can find me over in that other little podcast called Smashes Podcast, where we're smashing all things wrestling all week long. AEW, we do some Impact, we do a little bit of WWE, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's a whole cornucopia of wrestling over there. You can find Smashes Podcast, of course, on YouTube. You can also find it on the Facebook, the Twitter box, and the Instagram. You can find me on the Twitter box at Jaybone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150.
I hate that StreamYard gave control of you being able to change other people's names here, Kyle, because I don't like the new tag you've given us here. Trent Suggs, J-Bone's old AF, KL is the man, Bill is cool. That's very nice.
We get Philly cheesesteaks together. Bill's on.
I think this is one of the worst new features that our StreamYard has given us. Why should the host be able to change the names of everybody else? It doesn't make any sense. But all right, guys, you want to just connect with me, support? Hey, best thing for me. Support the band right now, hemimusic.com. We got a ton of new merch out, tons of t-shirts, face masks. Get your face mask. You'll get yelled at if you don't wear a face mask. Go buy it. If you're going to buy a fucking face mask, buy it from us. We're an independent band. We've done music for Impact Wrestling. Support the cause.
Oh, good for you.
I got bills. So hemimusic.com. You guys want to go ahead and please support that. That's the best thing for me. I'll put the link right at the bottom. You guys can just go ahead and get it. Hemimusic.com. I appreciate it. Kyle, where can they find you?
Kyle, you're a jerk. You shouldn't have done that.
Well, as of next week, you can find me on Ruso's brand.
Go on, please. Change our names back here. What are you doing?
Follow me on Twitter at KL on the mic. I'm on there. Slide in the DMs. Tweet at me. Say hello. Whatever. I'm on there.
KL on the mic, guys. Can you please change our names back? We're trying to be professionals here, Kyle.
Front row faux show. I like that. Trent, don't be mad that you need a haircut. Don't take it out on me. The people love the shtick. They love this. It's at your expense, so you're being nasty.
Guys, get your TNI t-shirts, prowrestlingtees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Also connect with us for audio. You can get this show on audio. Take it on the go with you. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Geo7 in India. You name it, we're on it, man. There's the t-shirt right there. Bill's rocking. He's got the old school, the throwback logo, TNI. That came out really nice. Jaybone designed that. Very nice, Jaybone. Good job. It's our only white t-shirt. We got one more shirt design we got to get up there. We got slots for 4. We're slacking, boys. But get yourself a t-shirt. If you get a t-shirt.
There's another sale this week, right?
That's right. We got another one this week. And we got Mark, who's coming on Thursday for Throwback. He is Taya's World Order 2 on Twitter. You guys might have seen him. He tweets a lot of Impact Wrestling stuff. He will be joining us. He bought a shirt. He'll be joining us for Throwback, episode 31 this Thursday. But the big show, boys, Tuesday night. Watch along. Jaybone hangs out while I go back and forth cooking pasta. Jaybone hangs out, everybody. We do the Impact watch along. 30 minutes after the show goes off the air, we're going live on the
pasta.
Yeah, I'm all out of pasta. We're going live. It's the show. It's the recap show, and it's going to be simulcast at Russo's brand. Get your
Mick Russo, how you doing?
Let them know we sent you guys. Let them know you're there because we sent you. And to all Russo's brand folks who are listening and watching, thank you and welcome. So, guys, that's going to do it for us. Jaybone, get that video ready. Let's get these people to bed. It's Sunday night.
Get out of here, you scumbag.
What a scumbag!
We'll see you guys later. Good night. See you Tuesday.
Find me the name of this garbage show again that I'm on.
Total Nonstop Impact.
My name's John, capital letter E, period, Bravo, and you're listening to the Total Nonstop Impact Podcast.
This is the